Are you nervous for one or the other, Roy, or just nervous about what both can do?
Just nervous about what both can do.
Both have promised that they want to be aggressive, and already there's an exchange.
And Donaire was rocked back
by a left hand off of the stance of Rigondeaux. There's another left hand over the top by Rigondeaux.
So we still have a pretty even fight right now.
So they've said hello, and now the conversation continues. Donaire with a body shot with the right hand.
There's a point to prove here. Oh, good shot by Rigondeaux.
Absolutely. Rigondeaux landing again with the left hand, and there's another straight left hand on the chin of Donaire. Would be the case. Hard right hand by Rigondeaux.
That was a good right hook by Rigondeaux.
It has seen his initial offensive instincts somewhat blunted by the counter-punching of Rigondeaux in round one.
A brilliant boxing exhibition from both.
See Rigondeaux keep that head low in this area. After the combination, lands a beautiful overhand left because he kept that head low and he stayed close to it.
There, CompuBox numbers for power punches in round one. Donaire, 5 of 18. Rigondeaux, 8 of 13. At least 2 previous Rigondeaux trainers, Ronnie Shields and Freddie Roach.
Donaire definitely has to do something about Rigondeaux's right hook.
Donaire likes to capitalize on mistakes, and Rigondeaux makes fewer than most.
Kobe comes along. Well, that same thing happens at every Olympic Games. And to win 2 gold medals means you defeated that twice.
2 gold medals in the Olympics, 2 world champions.
Well, he's trying to make Donaire make mistakes now. Make Donaire come in. He just landed a great body shot on Donaire's body.
Donaire wasn't even close with the counter right.
Hard left hand over the top by Rigondeaux.
So far, Rigondeaux is outboxing Donaire.
And finding the target.
Yeah, because Donaire is probably looking for the knockout.
Rigondeaux still having success going in that direction.
400 fights, Max. He can have success going any direction that he wants to go.
Moving in that direction.
There's Gennady Golovkin seated at ringside. News conference in New York today. Rigondeaux 9 out of 33. Not a particularly active round, though it was still intense.
It's Rigondeaux.
Right hand on the hook, this time again by Rigondeaux.
And countering and pot-shotting his
middle of those punches, he may go down.
Well, if he's successful doing that, defensive fighters, the mark of a...
He has to do those, Jim, he can't get over anxious here and try to go for the gamble and get the big shot. He has to continue to take his time.
Donaire is learning that this ain't Darchinian or Montiel or Nishioka, and they're all good fighters, all quality fighters, but
to a big shot.
Rigondeaux challenging Donaire to fight.
Well, Donaire got lucky then because he slipped a shot.
Great left uppercut inside by Rigondeaux.
Yeah, he was open for an uppercut. Thank God Rigondeaux didn't throw it.
And the right hand to the body by Donaire. And again, Rigondeaux lands with the right hook inside. Rigondeaux as if to throw a jab and leads with a hook instead. Hard right hand by Donaire on the face of Rigondeaux. Best punch of the fight so far for Donaire. Another big left hand for Rigondeaux. Wanted to answer back.
Rigondeaux answered right back like champions do. Landed 2 and landed them both harder, I thought.
Anthony at ringside, what a red-hot streak he's been on. Fight. Nonito Donaire has fallen behind a little bit in CompuBox numbers to the so far more accurate Rigondeaux. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim, you know, I'll tell you something. I'm really surprised at this fight. I got to, that's basically the fight. Look at this. The guy throws 4 or 5 punches, and Donaire doesn't throw one. I mean, Nonito Donaire is not in, that's basically the fight. Look at this. The guy throws 4 or 5 punches, and Donaire doesn't throw one. I mean, Nonito Donaire is not in.
All that and everything his amateur record suggested is true.
And that's what I think the case may be, Jim. I think he's all that, and everything that his amateur record has indicated is definitely true.
And his hands are so fast that quite often Donaire will move as if to throw a punch, and Rigondeaux pot shots him first. Ended so far. Donaire looking apparently to try to throw that right to the body again. Rigondeaux quite aware of it now. He gets in a warning to Rigondeaux.
Oh,
big left hand by Donaire.
Oh, good shot by, oh my goodness.
They're trading punches now.
A fight just broke out.
These are nuclear bombs they're trading.
That left hook was exactly the explosion Donaire was looking for. What a left-hand shot by Rigondeaux.
These are not great action fighters, but they're both great punchers.
Just his life.
Donaire countered a hook right here off of Rigondeaux, but Rigondeaux came right back afterwards with his own shot. Very impressive.
That was the biggest and best punch of the fight so far for Donaire. Rigondeaux has had a small festival of them. Errol Letterman still hasn't found a...
Widen them every round, maybe until that fourth.
On Donaire to make sure he lets Donaire feel his power. So that's another thing that keeps Donaire at bay a little bit.
Let's go.
And there's Benji Esteves telling Rigondeaux not to hold Donaire's head.
Rigondeaux saying, I haven't seen this quite before. And Rigondeaux's not looking at Donaire the same way.
Oh, no. Rigondeaux has seen this before. The
closest was the Matabula fight, and he knocked Matabula down and broke his jaw.
Well, and he's beaten highly respected opponents in wipeouts. Big Tarchinian with a big left hook knockout. Fernando Montiel with some...
And hopefully he's looking at the later rounds.
Through 30 and landed 10. So we have deteriorated to that point where two counter punchers aren't throwing all that much. And
Donaire's keeping his hands at home more because it hurts when they leave home.
Whether it's a clean shot or not.
Purist and non-purist lines. If you're a boxing purist, this is beautiful to watch, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah, and Donaire just took a shot at him right there.
Trying to get his jab going, Roy, talking about Donaire as he takes a left hand right on the button from Guillermo Rigondeaux. Is there simply no point against Rigondeaux's defensive skills in trying to work his jab?
Not really, because throwing his jab, you see Rigondeaux using his jab instead. So if he put his hand on top of Rigondeaux's...
I mean, the feinting even that's going on here, the subtle skill being displayed by both fighters, the reason their hands aren't moving more is because of what the other guy can do feinting offense.
The hook first or his jab first, like he did right there.
Little left to the body by Donaire. Some people in the crowd beginning to boo. I asked Nonito Donaire about this 2 weeks ago, and he said, oh yes, I know. I sold the tickets. I'm the reason the fight is on HBO. I have to make the fire.
Rigondeaux down here, low his head, but he keeps himself right up in that area. So when he comes back, bam, straight left hand right down the pipe.
And now Errol Letterman prepares to tell us where he has it as we get to the 7th. Well, Errol, how do you have it so far?
Jim, I ain't watching a fight. I mean, Guillermo Rigondeaux is not number 1. He's landed all the shots, though. He's got to get off. He's got to do something. He's got to move his hands. Guillermo Rigondeaux just landed most of the shots. 6-0.
And now it appears that
when he does, that seems to be working a little, but it's still pretty difficult fight.
How has Rigondeaux been able to put your guy into such...
he's dreaming. There's no way it's 3-3. Roy Jones, I don't think for a second that Nonito Donaire ever fully understood what he was up against here tonight.
Body do something different, but just doing what you're doing, only doing it harder, may not be the formula here. Look, Donaire...
They bought into the notion that they would watch the great Nonito Donaire score another dramatic conquest. That's not what's happening. Rigondeaux was 9 of 30. They're not exactly burning down the house offensively, but as I say, there's intensity every time they exchange.
And I don't find this very difficult to score.
And it's not even about that, Max. It's about command. It's about ring generalship. It's about who's the boss in there doing what he wants to do.
Who would you...
Well, it's abundantly clear at this point, Rigondeaux isn't going to do anything to change the...
Come on, let's go. Come on, stay on him. Jab, jab, come on. He bent down to his right there. That's where the right uppercut goes.
On this occasion, they may have misfired. 2 more solid shots from Guillermo Rigondeaux.
You had a quieter round this round, actually. Rigondeaux
couldn't really get that much done. Rigondeaux was 10 of 31. Another round in which Rigondeaux landed more punches than Donaire, and you see Errol Letterman's scorecard.
Really competitive.
No, he wasn't, but he was a southpaw that you had to figure out how to hit. He was a test. That's why I think he even took the fight.
Donaire got in the right hand, and Rigondeaux answered with a left. Donaire just missed with a left hook. It was a glancing blow.
Rigondeaux, is fighting. As I say that, he throws a punch.
An uppercut.
Maybe
Place where, on occasion, we have been confounded by official judges' scores, which are entirely different than what we've seen.
But you hear the boos from the crowd. It's Rigondeaux who's drawing those boos, even as he's outboxing Donaire.
And I asked Rigondeaux yesterday if he cared about that, and he said absolutely not. Jabs through 9 rounds, according to Crawford. And that's not a knockdown, that's being ruled a slip.
Donaire came out in this round with an absolutely different attitude. He ran towards Rigondeaux.
If he hit a speed bag or what? But you know, he can't hit Rigondeaux. He's not trying.
There's a brilliant left hook by Donaire. He finally got himself into position to land something and landed it very big. Now let's see if he can follow up.
He better be careful, Joe, because this is just going to make Rigondeaux fight back harder.
Well, maybe we'll get to see something more exciting. That was good.
He's going to have to take chances like that to try to win this fight, Royce. It's because he took that chance that he scored that knockdown.
That's exactly right. I didn't say he didn't have to take chances. I said he has to be careful taking the chances. There you go. Exactly.
Another left hook. Second one misses. Rigondeaux holds out his hands as if to say, I'm fine. You're not bothering me at all. Donaire is looking to tee up one more left hook. Right hand by Donaire and a left hand by Rigondeaux.
Donaire knows he has to risk getting knocked out to win this fight.
100%. He's going to have to take shots to get him in.
And he's willing to. Good hook.
Right hand by Rigondeaux. Excellent hook. There's that lead hook again that we talked about, Roy.
That's what I think has been the biggest factor in the fight for us.
He needs it tonight.
Oh.
Great left hand shot by Rigondeaux. Donaire's got a great chin. He's walking through that stuff.
That
to Rigondeaux's advantage.
But for the first time in the fight, Donaire has won a round, and he won it 10-8.
You see Guillermo Rigondeaux stayed kind of high right here after they came together. And after he stayed high, he got caught with a beautiful overhand hook, like a left hand instead of a right hand. Once again, you see he stayed high after they came together, right here. Donaire pushed him off with one hand, turned southpaw and throwed a beautiful overhand left and caught him right down the middle.
Power shots in the 10th round. Donaire, 15 out of 29. By far his high numbers for the fight. If you were waiting for the great power-punching Nonito Donaire to show up, he finally did it, at least for a brief stretch of time. Donaire has already proven he has a terrific chin. He's going to have to bank on that chin and gamble in these last 2 rounds to have any chance to win the fight.
Yeah, we saw Chavez Jr. do this against Sergio Martinez.
Punches per round. There's another good combination by Donaire, who got in a right and a left hook.
Yeah, but he took a left hand coming in.
And it was
just to clarify, Donaire's wearing Everlast, and Rigondeaux is wearing Grant.
And to me, it's just like a bullet. The smaller it is, the quicker it travels.
Good left hand by Rigondeaux. Donaire can't find him to retaliate.
Well, that's why you can't follow a southpaw.
Well, he got 2 points for the knockdown in the last round. If he made a couple of others close enough.
I am told by producers in our truck that several writers at ringside are tweeting that they don't know what we're watching. They see the fight as much closer than do we. I still believe that we're seeing it well, and that this has been a one-sided affair in.
Yeah, Rigondeaux has hurt Donaire, then he hit him in the eye. Now he snatches him down to the ground. But he definitely hurt Donaire.
And Love pinned to his right eye.
Means he can't see out of that right eye too good, or he's seeing double.
And he gets hit with another left hand over the top by Rigondeaux. And a left hand to the body.
His eye is badly black and blued and looks like it's swelling up.
Yeah, it is. And he can't see out of but one eye more than likely, or either he's seeing double, so he's closing one eye so he only sees one.
Quick right hook by Rigondeaux.
And Rigondeaux is really throwing some bombs.
Rigondeaux thinks he may have a chance for a knockout.
He's got to be careful too, because he's a little more square to Donaire's left hook.
Rigondeaux's trying to close the show. Another strike. One last big left hook swing for Donaire, and he motions to Rigondeaux.
shot right in the eye of Donaire, and it really hurt Donaire. Blew up that eye, ruined his vision for the rest of the round.
Now told Roy Jones that they are retallying the scores over across on the far side.
Jon Stewart scores it 114, 113. Tom Schreck 115, 112. Julie Letterman 116 to 111. All to the winner by unanimous decision, Guillermo Rigondeaux.